All right, thank you guys. Welcome to our NBA video here today for Tuesday, March 30th. My name is Brock Page and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. And we're coming fresh off our third straight winning day on my Patreon website yesterday. And that's going to improve our record to 3-0 in our last three daily best play tier package picks on that Patreon page. And access to today's daily best play costs just $1.99. We also improved to 10-0 in our last 10 extra daily pick tier package plays on that Patreon page as well. If you want to access today's extra daily pick, that's only going to cost you just $2.99. And if you want to join the 1,450 members who are currently signed up and active on that Patreon page, link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Small slate here today. Let's take a look at the Hornets versus the Wizards, 7 p.m. Eastern tip-off in the nation's capital. The Charlotte Hornets are the 3.5-point favorite on the road here. Totals 229, juice to the under. And if you like the Wizards in an upset victory on their home court, they're plus $1.35 for some money line cash. Now, Washington may have to go to work here tonight again without their best player, Bradley Beal. The team's leading scorer is questionable with a hip injury. The Wizards have lost 7 out of their last 10 ball games, and they're winning just 41% of their ball games on their home court. Washington is dead last in the NBA in points allowed, bottom 5 in defending the three ball. They're allowing over 121 points a game at the Capital One Arena. They're taking on a Charlotte team who won 3 out of their last 4 themselves, and they went a perfect 4-0 against the number during that 4-game stretch. Now, the Hornets are in the top 10 in shooting the three ball, and they're led by Terry Rozier, who's scoring 20.5 points a night. The starting guard is also averaging 3 rebounds and 3 assists a game as well. Gordon Hayward's also dropping nearly 20 a night himself, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Hayward. Charlotte's taken 5 out of their last 7 meetings with Washington. When it comes to the total in this one, 5 out of Charlotte's last 6 ball games stayed under the line, 80% to the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, Washington saw 3 out of their last 5 stay under the line themselves. And like I said earlier, they once again may have to go to work here without their leading scorer, Bradley Beal. I'm going to lean toward the Charlotte Hornets minus 3.5 and the under 228. Next ball game, it is going to be Sixers versus the Nuggets, 9 p.m. Eastern start time. The Denver Nuggets are the 5-point favorite, totals 221 flat. But as solid as Denver's been, they've actually struggled to cover the number on their home court this season. Now, out of the Nuggets' 22 home games, they've successfully covered the point spread in just 9 of them. Now, the Denver Nuggets also rank in the bottom 10 in the entire association in defensive field goal percentage. They're also in the bottom 10 in third quarter points allowed at home. They're taking on a Sixers team who's won 8 out of their last 10 themselves. And they covered the number in 80% of those contests. Philly's leading the NBA defensively in first quarter points allowed. They're also in the top 3 in fourth quarter points allowed as well. Tobias Harris is averaging over 20 points a game for Philadelphia. 7 boards, 3 assists for the starting forward. Meanwhile, Ben Simmons is scoring 15 a night along with 7 rebounds, 7 assists as well. Philly's covered 6 out of their last 7 games against the Western Conference. And when it comes to the total on this one, Philly saw 2 out of their last 4 get over the posted total, throwing out the Laker game. Meanwhile, 5 out of Denver's last 8 got over the line themselves. I'm going to lean toward the road dog here. Give me the Philadelphia 76ers plus 5 in the over 221. Next ball game, it is going to be Hawks versus the Suns, 10 o'clock East. The Phoenix Suns are minus 6 at home, totals 220. Now, Phoenix is on a 2-game winning streak, 5-1 straight up in their last 6. The Suns are currently 17 games above 500 right now, and they're 15-8 straight up on their home court. Devin Booker is scoring 25 points a game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for the guard. Meanwhile, Chris Paul is scoring 16 points a game himself, 4 rebounds, 8.5 assists for Paul. The Suns are in the top 3 in the NBA in points allowed, top 3 in defending the three ball. Phoenix covers nearly 69% of their home games, and they allowed just 107 points per contest in those games as well. Now they're squaring off against an Atlanta squad who's actually got a losing record on the road, and they also dropped 3 out of their last 4 ball games. Now Williams and Hunter are both questionable here tonight. Chris Dunn is listed as out. The Hawks are in the bottom 10 in offensive three-point percentage on the road. They're also in the bottom 10 in fourth quarter points allowed. Now, total-wise, Atlanta's last 2 straight did get over the number, 3-1 to the over in their last 4. Meanwhile, the Suns went 12-6 to the over in their last 18 games against the Southeast Division. So if you're into kind of weird, quirky trends there, that one certainly supports the over. So with that in mind, I'm going to lean toward the Phoenix Suns -6 and the over 220. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Magic versus the Clippers, 10 p.m. Eastern tip-off. The LA Clippers are the 11.5-point favorite. Total's 215. Now, LA is on a 6-game winning streak, 8-2 against the number in their last 10. And despite the listing of Paul George, Patrick Beverley, Serge Ibaka, and Rajon Rondo all in the injury report here for tonight, we're still looking at a Clipper team who manages to win games when big stars sit out. They do a good job when the big guys are out of action. Now, Kawhi's expected to play. He's scoring he's scoring almost 26 points a night, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for the NBA champion. Meanwhile, Marcus Morris is scoring over a dozen a game himself, along with 3 rebounds. LA's beaten Orlando 10 straight times. The Clippers are also 17-6 straight up at home, and they're leading the NBA in shooting the 3-ball. They're taking on an Orlando squad who may have to go to work here tonight without Terrence Ross and Gary Harris. The Magic lost 8 out of their last 10. They posted a record of just 2-13 straight up in their last 15 ball games. They're dead last in offensive field goal percentage, bottom 3 in scoring. The Magic average just 101 points a game when they travel as well. But when it comes to the number in this one, oddly enough, 2 out of Orlando's last 3 ball games did get over the posted number. Los Angeles is 4-1 at the over in their last 5 themselves. I'm going to lean toward the LA Clippers -11.5 and the over 215. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap, powered to you by my Patreon website. I like the Hornets -3.5 under 228. I like the Sixers +5 over 221. Give me the Phoenix Suns -6 over 220. Before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, one final reminder that we are 3-0 in our last 3 $1.99 daily best plays on my Patreon website. We're also 10-0 in our last 10 extra daily pick tier package plays on that Patreon website as well. And access to the extra daily pick costs just $2.99. I'm going to lean toward the LA Clippers -11.5 and the over 215. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into some YouTube shout-outs to our top 10 YouTube commenters over the past couple of days or so. Shout out to TJ Never Cared, Francisco Rocha, Sean M., Savvy380, Chris Shelton, Roger Tawari, Brandon Baca, Stephen Lewis, Bison Diaz, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout-out to my good friend, Matthew Reynolds. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind, we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do get a package today, you're going to get access to that content through the end of March, so only 2 more days. And then you're actually going to get auto-billed again on April 1st if you choose to opt in. So what a lot of folks do is they normally wait till the beginning of the month, the first of the month, to sign up for a package. But the packages I have are cheap enough to where, if you sign up today, no big deal. It's only going to be $1.99 or $2.99 if you sign up for those lower tier packages. You're still going to get access to picks for 2 days. So, just think about that. But once again, guys, on Patreon, we bill you the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that if you continue to stay opted in. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/rockpage.